Good cold afternoon to you. How you doing today? I'm over here at Drunken Dog Nuts. I was at McDonald's earlier this morning. I had my coffee, but this is my after lunch coffee. I had my lunch already. I want to first of all thank everybody for the feedback on the video that I just removed about videos not playing, certain videos not playing on YouTube. So it's probably those particular videos, and for whatever reasons, and I'm not gonna get an ulcer over it. They don't work, that's it. So I want to thank you for that. So we're going to move on to something that, well, I do a lot of reminiscing, talking about the old days and everything. The weather's so damn cold, I can't do nothing outside. We dodged a big snowstorm. It's the first time this year that we actually dodged a snowstorm. We've been getting them except for the last week or so, we've been getting them 2 to 3 times a week. It's ridiculous. We were supposed to get a big snowstorm, but we dodged it. We got a cloudy, cold day today. It's got the snow feel in the air, but people south of us, like New York, I guess, and Washington, D.C. got it, but we dodged it, but we got the cold weather, of course, like everybody else in this particular part of the country. So, there's not much I can discuss. Can't do anything yet on projects and stuff, but there is something I want to kind of like share with you, and that is something I have talked about on other videos before, but this is a little more in depth to it, and that is the restaurant that I used to work in back in 1962, 63, and 64, from 10 at night to 7 in the morning, 6 days a week. I had discussed that, and the 3 bosses that I worked for were wonderful guys and got along good with them, and just like family, But the reason I'm mentioning this is because where this auction, estate sale, more of an estate sale than an auction, that I had already put a video up about, that's taken place March 23rd, 2014 at 10 a.m. on Golden and Green Street in New London, Connecticut. Well, that is only 1 block from this restaurant where I used to work. The restaurant is called the Hygienic Restaurant. It was anything but hygienic. But back in the day when I worked there, but that's beside the point. What I do want to share with you is a few photographs that I have taken back in 2003. The Hygienic Arts Association of New London, Connecticut, renovated the building back in, I guess, the late 90s. Early 2000s, somewhere around there, and made it into an art museum. It was either that or tear the building down, so it was wonderful that they did not tear the building down. I'm not much into that art thing, but it's a wonderful thing that they restored everything, and they still have the counters in there and the stools, just like it was when I worked there. Back in 2003, I purchased a reproduction of the the mid-60s menu, and I'm going to share those pictures with you here on this video, back when coffee was 15 cents a cup. I'm estimating it to be around 1965 or a little later. it could be. It's definitely not later than 1969. And so I got that menu, and of course it's in really nice shape because it was a reproduction of the original menu. And some photos here I want to show you of the crew that I worked with, my bosses and my co-workers, the waitresses and so forth. A couple of snapshots of those, the pictures that I have taken back in 1964 when I was working there, the last year I was working there. That was before I started working for the vending company. So I want to share some of these with you, as well as the menu. Prices of breakfasts that were, what, $1.75 for eggs, home fries, ham and eggs, and stuff like that. The good old days. But so I thought maybe you might like that. And to this day, it's still an art museum, and it's right around the corner from where the auction is taking place that I showed you on the video that I have up there, called My Test Equipment is Going On Up for Sale. So if you're in the area, you may want to check that out as well. I don't know what their hours are. I think they're open on the weekends. But unfortunately, you can't buy a coffee there or anything else. I'm not going to go into the art part of it. I had taken pictures there, but if you're interested in it, you can check it out. So I'm going to end my conversation now and let you see how things were back in the days when you can go into a restaurant and order pie and coffee and still get change back, basically, from your dollar.
I was a dishwasher back in 1964 at the Hygienic Restaurant. The following recordings were made November 3rd and November 4th of 1964. I worked from 10 at night till 7 in the morning. The owners that I worked for were the nicest people I have ever worked for in any job I've ever had. Joe Gaetano, Nick Mattis, and Bill Manzouras. On this recording that night, it was a sad occasion because the Hygienic Restaurant was being sold. No longer would these three gentlemen be running the place anymore. And I had bought my reel-to-reel tape recorder, a Telectro 7-inch reel-to-reel tape recorder, in that night to record a night's activities, but also to get some comments from the folks that worked there, as well as the background of dishes being rattled, conversations, and generally a night's activities from 10 at night until 7 in the morning. Nick Mattis was doing the cooking that night, so you'll be hearing orders going in. Let's sit back and listen to the good old days when life was simpler, much more friendlier, and we were all a lot younger.
French fries. 3 orders of French fries on 2. Okay? On 2. Yeah, on 2. 2 orders of scrambled eggs, 1 without potatoes.
And empty. How do you like the eggs, M&X? How do you like the eggs, M&X? How much was it?
I got 3 orders of 1 without potatoes. A cheeseburger special, scrambled